Glider Gaming is back here with you at the Rustic Dreamland and Oxygen Not Included. We gotten some stuff done in recent videos. Our deluxe luxury apartments are all set. Our transit tube system on the left-hand side of the base is operational and takes us up towards space. We've started planning some blueprints for space on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, we're trying to get our transit tube system up and running. I think we left off starting a power grid. We kind of stopped right here where I was trying to get the power planned out a bit. Run this one up this side. And have a look at what we've got here. We've got 4,000 coming in, 1,000 going out, 2,000 going out, so we can handle 1,000 more. So we can get a small transformer on here. Put it right there. Go ahead and put a little bit of block below it. And a heavy watt wire into it. And then, you know, either one of these can be on. So we could do a little bit more automation. So we could do a NOT gate here. This one we'd turn off if we have that one on. Probably plastic manufacturing. So we will either make glass or we'll make plastic. That seems like a reasonable choice. Just make sure I know where that. I think it came from this small transformer. Yep. Okay. So if we flip this so this turns on, it'll turn that one off, and then we won't ever break our power system. But I can't think of a reason or way we're going to use glass again, so I think we'll be okay. Alright. I think that will be pretty darn good as far as allowing us access to stuff over here. I see. Okay, yep. That's now buildable. It's nice and full again. Things are going great. Everybody's chucking along. Except this guy. Why isn't this guy chucking along? Disabled. Oh, mainly because he's disabled, because his cord is not connected. There we go. That was a fun little oversight that's been going on for probably 60 cycles. Oh, I don't know how so much water got in here. Can mop it up though. These no longer need to be at 1. I just want to make sure they built those 2 internal tiles. Down here, we are now pumping out water, intermixed with our oil, and then it's getting separated, and we are just sending that up here to fill this for future use. Somebody was idle? Oh my gosh. Somebody's suffocating. Oh my gosh. Okay, why are you suffocating? Because you're buried in. Yep, okay. Okay, they got down to where they can breathe. A little bit more digging, they'll be able to get back to the transit system. Alright, sorry about that, May. It's actually kind of okay. I'm going to let this be, because basically what's happening now is you can only access this section with the transit tube. If you want to come up here and do other stuff, that's fine. You just can't use the transit tubes. So for now, we're just going to leave it that way. I like it. Oh, meteors. Fun. So, fun fact about meteors. You can disable auto repair on any broken ladder. And they will not waste time and materials repairing the ladder, but they can still climb on it despite it being broken. So, disabled auto repair and all that stuff. So we're gonna do a little priority shifting here. We're gonna prioritize every other ladder and some of this bunker stuff so that we can not have to worry about meteorites slamming down on our heads. Up here, we need power and things, so conductive wire is gonna run straight up and into this guy. And we'll just stop right there because I'm not really sure what else it needs off the top of my head. We'll just wait till it's built. In shipping, you get a robo-miner. A robo-miner is a great thing for this kind of area because it will automatically dig out things that get buried. So every time when you have these shut and the meters hit, stuff accumulates. You open it and it falls down. Or the robo-miner will automatically dig it out, so you don't have to keep using duplicate time to do that. But I think we should, as always, build this out of steel. So I'm going to tell it to dig out so that it gets this whole building and then this other building I'm planning. That way it'll constantly mine out the areas where are most important, because if they get buried, they're not going to function, and then worse things will happen. Perfect. Okay, now they can kind of hang out here and do other things without fear of being crushed by meteors. So that's nice. So I think we're definitely at a point where we can open this up. It'll take a significant amount of time to fill this whole area, and eventually we will close this out. Alright, how's our plastics looking? We have some plastic back, so let's head back to base. And kind of finish up some spots we missed, either due to not having plastic or because there was roadblocks. Oops. Okay, this tube is all planned out for its actual tubing, but we still need power to it. So, okay, to get power to it, we need a bridge we haven't assigned yet. We also need to be able to reach that particular point, so I think they'll be able to reach that if they dig those out, and then they can climb up. Kind of turn that stuff up a little bit. And that is reachable, and that is reachable, and that is reachable. Okay. Okay, so they're gonna do that stuff. I'm gonna step away real quick and put some pizza in the oven, so I'll be back in 2 shakes. Oh, that doesn't have power? Why doesn't that have power? None of this has power. Oh, shoot. Okay, so what happened is we built that and it turned it off, so we do need to finish building this stuff in order to turn it back on. So enjoy watching some building while I go get my pizza. And I'm back. Got the pizza in the oven. Just need to set a timer so it doesn't burn. And they didn't quite get our little project done. All right. Now they've done that, and it's been turned back on. I'm going to kick this up to 8 so that then we can only have to focus on the plastic portions. Wonder why they're not... Huh. Okay. I have no idea what that was about. But that has power, and it's happy. Bringing in all this rather warmish plastic, but it's not harming the biome. Also, that plastic's been sitting inside of our base for a while. So maybe it's not so hot anymore. Hmm, 58 is still pretty warm. Oh, we have a bunch of steel again. That's cool. Or maybe they just haven't, you know, been using the steel we have. Okay, this one says it has no power. Okay, yep, just a little bit of power left to go. Uh-oh, our system failed again. So why did our system fail this time? Oh, automation. Why aren't you more automated? Automagic. Okay, so automation. It's all this darn sensor right here. This guy just can't quite keep his stuff figured out. Okay, that feller got power. So what I did here is I'm gonna see if I can get rid of this XOR gate and just run it off of the fact if there is nothing here, send me more. So back into automation, connect that through. So whenever this does not sense oil, give me oil. That's what we're going to be telling it. So I think that should fix the problem. We're just trying to get too cheeky with the temperature thing. And then I think once these 5 or 6 sections are done, then we'll have transit tubes down here too. Ooh, another wart seed. Okay. So we're letting that oil through. Senses that it has oil, so it stops. Senses it doesn't have oil, so it goes. All right. Probably not as efficient as it could be, but if I had any idea of what I was doing, you know, we'd probably do it right the first time. It'll work for us. So I think we can also do something like this. We don't have to have a transit station wherever we put a tube. So we could just like toss it here, and then if somebody wanted to come in here, just like spit them out right there. And then they just have to climb and walk their way back. Perfect. See if somebody uses this one now. Yay! Okay, so yeah, we knew all these were broken, so that's fine. Did we? Yeah, we did. There's one I must have missed assigning the don't repair thing. So already meteors have been striking and doing stuff. So we have more steel, so we can go back into automation. We can build our steel sensor right here. And then we're going to be putting Atmo, or automation. It's my pizza. So we can connect that into these doors. So that if it senses a meteor shower, it'll open and shut doors. Might have to put a NOT gate in there. I don't remember. It's been a few months since I've actually had a colony that had this going. So right there is another ladder that's broken, so we'll just disable auto repair there. Okay, so we've got this built. Now it needs oxygen and it needs power. So I think, yeah, we've run the power lines. We haven't done anything with the oxygen yet, though, so let's go ahead and so I think what we'll probably do is we'll just do a bridge over here. And we'll build a little oxygen room back over here. So what we'll probably do is we will bring a ladder down. And we will build a room. Put a door on her. Put the pump right there. And then if you remember way back when we used diffusers, we're gonna put a diffuser right there. I'm actually gonna use a more advanced door, and I think we're gonna power it as well. Alright, and that's going to allow us, I don't even think we need a full-size pump. I think we can cancel that, and we can try out something I've never actually built before. Because this needs very little oxygen. I mean, the dupes going up there are going to have Atmos suits on already. So we're going to try the miniature gas pump. So the miniature gas pump requires plastic, so you can't make it till later in the game. But it only uses 60 watts compared to 240. And it pumps 50 grams per second instead of 500 grams. So it'll just reduce the overall power requirements up here in this odd spot. So, oh yeah, my pizza, it's burning. Shoot, be right back. Good news, the pizza didn't burn. So what I was starting to say before I started really worrying about my pizza was, all these are broken, is that I thought that you got the next level research from the telescope. That is not true. The telescope allows you to research celestial bodies so that you can then send ships out to do further research on those celestial bodies. So that's what we'll be doing, is researching all the different places we can go with our telescope. Uh-oh. Things are getting overloaded again. I've never noticed this thing getting too hot before. We built it out of gold, so that was smart. The general air in this area is like 120, it's at about 140. Its overheat is at 125. So we have to decide if we want to build it out of steel or if we would like to maybe try to cool it with that trick we learned. So let's start with that. Let's try that. Where's a broken gas pipe at? Huh. That's interesting. Why would that break? We are actually putting steam through, and steam will break it. Oh man, it is just steamy as steamy get out. We're getting to a point where it's so hot in here, because the heat can't dissipate, that steam is not condensing into water. So he started pumping steam. So I just changed the automation so that it won't try to run and collect any more steam. We just want these bunker doors done first, so... We are now flooding the oil refinery, so that was too much. Oh no, and it's too much to mop now? Gotta let some drain. Yeah, that worked. They just came out and came over and did their stuff. Huh. It flooded, but we never even built the temp shift plate, so that's interesting. Okay, we'll see if that's enough water to hopefully solve that problem. Okay, this system is still working. Just like, as I said, not peak efficiency, like where we may want it to be working. Okay, the rock granulator is now out of everything it could be using in order to make our lime. We have 635 kilograms. So we can make roughly, 60 more packets of steel, which is 6 tons. So I'm not going to stress about that. We'll be okay for a while. Okay, this is running just fine. You have to push through a little bit of other gases that had accumulated, or we can empty them. Okay, we just about have our protection all set up in place. Each one of those takes 120. Yikes. Oh no. We're just removing a bunch of oxygen. So we'll do it up here. We'll just have to watch while they do it. Okay. We just now have pure oxygen, so that's good. This stoop is trapped. So we're going to dig them back into the base right over here. Okay, they're back. Okay. You know, I didn't realize this will probably get buried and won't dig anything out. So that's annoying. We're going to cancel that fella. And we're going to break this ladder. What we're going to do is we're going to build them upside down. Right here. We'll give him bunker tiles. And he'll still be able to do what we want him to do. Oh no, that robo miner can't be gold. Must be steel. Oh, it paused. I'm like, why isn't things progressing? Alright, so this fellow will still be able to build, or break down the stuff that falls on top of things. It just won't be buried itself because its junk will fall right there. Alright, so this guy's trying to scan now. It has 0 quality because it's locked. So, yeah, it senses nothing, so these aren't working. Let's break 1 automation wire. And we'll throw a NOT gate in there. So when you're not sensing anything, open the doors. When you are sensing something, close the doors. Okay. The question is, are they opening? It does not appear so. Oh, there they go. They're just incredibly slow when they're not powered. We've basically tapped out the safe wattage here, so now it's time for our second line event power. I think we're going to do it with conductive again. Just to minimize how many lines we have to run up here. I think we'll go below with this one. It's pretty far away. We're gonna have to cross. And cross again. Lots of crossing. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's go back and do these bridges before I forget and have to wonder why things aren't being powered properly. Okay. Okay. So we split it up here. This transformer can give out 4. It's giving 2 there. So we're going to have to do another large transformer. Guess right here. To send up another 2. All right. So that'll get us more 2,000 more kilowatts of power. The jobs are being mastered at awesome paces. Oh, farmers. Oh, this one has a lot of stuff. You'd love to be a rancher? Go be a rancher. Alright, there we go. We forgot to give them access to this area. Oxygen is right where it should be. Just right in par. We'll check anyway, just to make sure. Yep, things are going okay. Again, things are looking great. CO2 is managing. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to build a rocket bay. And I think that rocket bay is going to be right around this area here. So we'll probably use the same terminal. We are going to deconstruct every other ladder here. Just kind of start cleaning up this general area. Okay, so we'll come in right over here. And we need 2,000 kilograms of steel to think about this. It won't even let us see it. So we can kind of use one of these then. So if we think that somewhere right around here is where we want it to go. How tall it can go as tall as it needs to go. Oh, it won't let us. Frustrating. We have to save up some steel so we can actually set that down. Okay. It's gonna give it a quick way to spit people out. More free plastic. Nice. Uh-oh. People can't reach food. Why can't you reach food? We done gone fucked up the tubes? Is that it? Seems like it. Okay. That seems better. It won't mess things up. No short supply of hot materials up here. Alright, so this scanner is getting a 67% quality. Maybe some of the stuff over here is messing it up. There's a Volpup. I think also putting your telescope next to it reduces its ability to do things as well. We're detecting meteor showers. So right now it detects nothing, so it's open. When it detects something, it'll shut them. Hopefully fast enough. Okay, they're in there, but they're not doing anything because I haven't told them to do anything. So you can choose one object at a time and you'll analyze it. And you can't analyze the next tier until you've analyzed at least one. So if I analyze this one, then I can do this one. Then I can do this one. Then I can do that one. Then you can come back and do them. But these are just how far away they are. Our algae situation's looking good. We're up to 6 tons, so we'll be able to keep our oxygen production going strong. Power-wise, coming along. Ish. Coming along-ish. Alright guys, I think we'll call it here for a video. Got some good stuff done again. Always a pleasure to see y'all on Glider Gaming. And we'll look forward to seeing you again next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Have a good one.